If you're looking to get VIP information on the new Corktown condos coming to Hamilton from the 300s, this is the video for you. I'm going to get into all the details pertaining to this project to prepare you for its upcoming launch. This is probably one of the most anticipated and one of the highest demand projects we've seen in 2023. And I'm going to get into why that is. If you're new here, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'm Tish Schoberg. I'm a licensed real estate agent in Ontario, Canada. I am a Hamiltonian, so this project really, really brings it home for me. Love Corktown, and I'm going to tell you guys why this is such an incredible project. Let's get into it. So Corktown Condos is going to be built by Slate Asset Management. So let's get into what Slate Asset Management has recently done. So not only are they a builder, but they're also a global investment and asset management firm that focuses on real assets. They have a global footprint, strong culture, proactive hands-on approach to their projects, owned and controlled by their management team, institutionally validated, internationally regulated, and very technologically innovative. They've been involved in multitudes of projects across Ontario. They have 12 development projects with over 20 million in total square feet, over 8,400 units that are currently in development, and the list of incredible things that this builder is doing goes on and on. So working in partnership with some of the world's best architects, they've been able to put together some of really, really incredible projects, guys. Some of the most incredible projects that I've seen. I keep saying the word incredible because I'm so excited about this project. But anyways, so one of their most recent projects is the Junction House in Toronto, Ontario. Also, they have involvement in the Dixie Outlet Mall that will be coming in Mississauga. Currently in the planning stage. One Delis, honestly, one of the most high demand projects I've seen in Toronto, currently under construction. 100 Lombard, that's in the planning phase in Toronto. Lakeshore, 685 Lakeshore, another project that's currently in the planning phase. One St. Clair Avenue in Toronto. And they also will have a hand in Stelco's new industrial park that will be coming. So they're currently in the planning phase of that as well. So in terms of Slate Asset Management's involvement in the Toronto St. Clair scene, so they currently own over 10 different buildings within that area. So, you want to deal with builders who are heavily invested in certain areas because builders in general tend to do a lot of research before building and proposing plans for various different pre-construction projects. So when you see a builder that's actually involved in a multitude of projects in one area, that makes it an even more desirable area for you to invest in. And the St. Clair Avenue area is one of their areas, but there's also Hamilton, right? So they're going to have they're going to have a huge hand in developing the Stelco Industrial Park as well as the Corktown condos. So guys, follow the money. That's my slogan. I always say follow the money. Where you see investors investing, where you see these builders investing is where you want to put your money. Follow the money. So don't want to get too much into some of their previous projects because we know that they're just incredible. So let's get into that. Oh, yeah. So let's get into Slate Asset Management, focus on Stelco and their new industrial park. So this new development park is going to be literally a one-of-a-kind opportunity in the Hamilton area with direct access to the U.S. land border, Ontario highways, on-site rail, and Hamilton's International Airport. Hamilton 30 homes to various different film production and manufacturing companies. The site is an unparalleled offering and feature home to modern industry. So Stelco is projected to create actually 23,000 new jobs across the Greater Toronto Hamilton area. Silco will also add $3.8 billion to Ontario's economy over the next decade. And Silco is only a 10-minute drive from this Corktown condo site. In general, Hamilton's economy is expected to grow exponentially in the next 5 years. So a lot of people may not know this, but Hamilton's current population actually surpasses 800,000. In 2018, our population was only 500,000. So it's grown by over 300,000 people in just a matter of 5 years. Hamilton's population has also surpassed Mississauga's population, which is currently around that 700,000 mark. A lot of the reasoning behind that is because of Hamilton's affordability, right? Condos from the 300s, they don't exist in Mississauga. It doesn't exist really in Toronto. So, the affordability factor for rent, for buying a home, buying a condo, it just continues to draw people to the economy, plus the great neighborhood schools and employment opportunities. So in terms of, some of the key things about Hamilton and what's going on in terms of its infrastructure and economy, so there's been $500 million public-private investments to Hamilton's downtown core. So First Ontario Centre is going to be having a complete facelift that will expand that entertainment district into an even more bigger project than it currently is. There is the Art Gallery of Hamilton as well that will be revitalized. There's over $140 million investment in Hamilton's waterfront. So there's going to be a lot of new condos, retail space coming into the waterfront. Continued ownership of its manufacturing heritage by promoting industrial use, welcoming the Silco development and the recent Amazon facility. There's thriving creative industry. So over $72.8 million was spent on film productions in 2022. And 986 film permits were issued last year. In terms of education in Hamilton, so Hamilton's well known for its McMaster University site, also its McMaster Children's Hospital. So McMaster University currently has over 37,000 students, and that's a 17% increase year over year in international students. It also has Mohawk College, which is actually very close to the site as well. Over 13,000 students go to that school, and there's been an increase of over 31% in international students. So one thing to note about both schools is that they do not have anywhere near enough housing on campus to meet the demand of these students. So they need housing, and that's exactly why this is such a great investment opportunity. I definitely want to talk about the neighborhood. So let me kind of get into that. So this is where Corktown is, kind of in between the downtown Hamilton core and the mountain. What makes this such a desirable location is that there's going to be a new Hamilton LRT that's going to stretch from McMaster University, close to Westdale, into Stony Creek. So this site is going to have direct access to that LRT. There's also St. Joseph's Healthcare Center that's very close by, and St. Joseph's Hospital. You also have the Hamilton Go Center, which brings you from here to Union Station, and you also have close proximity to various different restaurants on James Street, Jackson Square Shopping Center, the Art Gallery of Hamilton, First Ontario Centre, where you can go to watch concerts, and a lot more. And there's also close connectivity to the highway, which brings you to 403, 407, and the QEW. So really desirable location. And there hasn't been a project like this that I know of in recent years. So the demand, guys, for this project is expected to be very high for VIP information package and a chance to actually secure a unit, because it will be difficult to secure a unit here unless you're working with the right agent. Contact me. So what they've done to make your morning commute even easier with this project is that, they made sure that it's in a great location that's right by the Hamilton Go Center. You can literally walk there. Just a 5-minute walk to the Hamilton Go Center, guys. Brings you straight to Union Station, as I said before. just a 10-minute drive to Hamilton's International Airport, a 1-hour drive to the U.S. border, 15-minute drive to McMaster University, and there's a significant plan for the Hamilton LRT that's going to stretch the downtown core, as I mentioned before. So this is the current Hamilton Go Center, and this is the future LRT rendering for that. And then let's get into more about the Hamilton area. So Hamilton has been a really steady market. I myself lived here for 5 years and have seen significant growth in home values and significant growth in the population, and it's just flourishing into such a beautiful city. So really, really great opportunity in terms of that. Let's look at the numbers in terms of the market. So in terms of Hamilton, rental market's about that $2,500 a month, depending on the unit type. So a lot of people get really surprised by that because they think that because of Hamilton being about 40 minutes from Toronto, that the rental market would be more affordable, but it's not that much affordable. And the options here are very slim for rental units. There's not enough condos. Whenever people ask me about, how's the Hamilton condo market, I say, what condo market? We don't have any condos yet, guys. We don't have a lot of condos in Hamilton. When you look at the skyline, you can see directly the lack of inventory we have. And I always mention this as well as, when you're driving down a typical street of, various different houses, you're not going to see a lot of houses that don't have multiple mailboxes. And that's because a lot of these landlords and investors have converted these houses to multi-residential units to help meet the demand of renters and to help provide positive cash flow for their properties. So, and you don't see anywhere near the amount of properties converted to multi-residential in Hamilton than in neighboring cities like Toronto, Burlington, Oakville, et cetera, just based off my experience. And I've lived in Toronto for over 24 years. So yeah, I can definitely speak in regards to that. So Hamilton is on average $500 per square feet less expensive than Toronto and $40 per square feet less expensive than neighboring Burlington. A pre-construction condo in Hamilton remains the most affordable housing option. Condos are a steep discount to low-rise housing, further driving demand. The average detached home price in Hamilton is around $875,000. Hamilton has experienced consistent price growth, resilience. So, pricing has been around that 901 average per square feet, up 12% year over year. Traditionally, free projects on the market. There's not many developers that have currently went for sale in terms of their projects, right? There's a huge lack in inventory in the Hamilton area. So 22% increase in housing starts in the Hamilton CMA. Record-setting immigration levels are expected to continue into not only Canada, but Hamilton, as we've seen, right? Hamilton's population has surpassed Mississauga's population. And a lot of immigrants do settle in the Hamilton area. So a bit more about the project, guys. Corktown pricing will be from the 300s, right? And there's a ton of different incentives in place to make it, that much more easier for you to purchase. A bit about the project, guys. As promised, I want to give you guys that VIP information. So 27 stories. So you're looking at about 372 units. Estimated completion will likely be in 2027. And I also want to mention that I do have sneak peek sample floor plans. Okay, so guys, if you want information on this project, you want the information package, you want to have access to be able to purchase this, please contact me today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Contact me as early as possible because I'm telling you, the demand for this project will be significant. So I want you to have the best opportunity to purchase, ask questions, inquire about this project with me, guys, because it truly is an incredible project. I just want to see if there's anything else I wanted to cover with you guys before letting you go. I wonder if we can see a street view. I'd love to show you guys a street view of the project. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if we can do that. Let's see. Let's see if I can show you guys a street view of Corktown. Let's take a little walk. This is the Corktown Plaza. So this is where the condos will be going. Okay, that's a bit of a view of the area. And you see how close it is to St. Joseph's Hospital. So all these employees that are working there, and guys, if you have an opportunity to purchase parking here, jump on it, because whenever I come here and try to parking is very, very limited. And not only is it limited, but you always have to pay. You always have to pay. So you're going to have all these incredible, you know, healthcare workers that are going to be looking for nearby housing. And as you can see, right, like where are the condos, right? Like there's not a lot of condos, not a lot of new condos. You see some older condos here, right? So lacking in inventory, guys. So incredible, incredible opportunity. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Reach out to me if you need information on this project. Have a wonderful day.